I am here with my grandaunt, Margaret Walsh. I am going to ask her some questions about her childhood memories. What games did you play? Can you give a list?
As far as I can remember, we played hopscotch and tig and skipping and what else? That's mostly all. The schoolyard then in our day was much smaller than it is now. So that's all I can remember that we played.
Do you remember any games played around the fire in the evening or other games outdoors?
Now, because there was such a big family here, we had just about room to stay in the kitchen, and there was 9 children, so we just amused ourselves talking and things like that.
By what name is your home district known as? What townsland in which parish?
Tubberadora, in the parish of Boherlahan.
Were there a great number of families in this townsland when you were young?
Oh yeah, I think about 10 probably. 10 or 12, yeah.
What were the most common family names then?
Flood, Welsh, Sheehy, Connolly, Flanagan, Maher, Dwyer, Leahy's, Rhines. That's mostly all the families.
What types of houses were there? Were they thatched or slated?
A bit of both. Our old house was thatched now, but nearly all slated, most slated. And a mixture of farmhouses and cottages.
Do you know how this townsland got its name?
Oh, they say it was on account of the well. The well is down Tubbern and Yor, which is the well of tears, and that's Tubberadora is, that's what they say it means, the well of the tears, St. Bridget's well.
Were there any old people living near you when you were a child, any who spoke Irish?
Oh yeah, that spoke Irish.
Yeah.
No, but reading the book, the heritage book, I believe old Mrs. Connolly and her husband came from Ardfinnan and they spoke Irish, but I didn't ever remember hearing them.
Did people emigrate when you were a child?
Yeah, a few, yes. They did a few. Mary Leahy and Mary Connolly, a few like that.
Is your townsland mentioned in any song or saying? Could you say it?
Oh, it is. Right now. It is. I can right now. Let's see. Can I think of it? It is in the book. The teams from Tubberadora. When I lived in Sweet the Tubberadora, that's the name of it. When I lived in Sweet Tipperary, my heart was light and free. With the gales I used to ramble, and with them I longed to be. But I'll not forget those brave young lads, wherever I may roam, the teams from Tubberadora, where the beautiful springs do flow. That's all. I mean, I know it, the whole. Don't know the whole song.
Were any local fairs held around about?
No, the only fair that they used to go to here was the fair in Thurles, or the fair day in Cashel, the old fair day in Cashel.
How were the sold animals marked?
I think cutting with a scissors, cut a little bit of hair and with a scissors.
Was the halter or rope given with beast or cat?
No. There'd be always a big flock of animals going together and they just hunt them along the road.
Which were the great fairs of the year locally?
Oh, Thurles. And the the old fair day of Cashel was always held on the 25th of March.
Did people work in the morning before having food?
Yeah, they used to always do the milking in the morning before the breakfast.
What food was for each meal?
Oh, just tea and bread and butter and boiled eggs if you liked them.
Was milk drunk? What kind of milk?
Bread?
What kind of milk?
Oh, milk. Oh, just ordinary milk straight from the cow, not pasteurised or anything like that, just ordinary cow's milk straight from the cow.
What kind of bread was eaten in olden times?
White home-baked bread.
Was meat often eaten? Was it fresh or salted? What kind of meat?
Home-cured bacon and salty bacon.
Was fish common? Vegetables?
Yes, mostly salt ling that would be hanging up like bacon, salted fish.
Anything else eaten that has now gone out of fashion?
Oh, unless you like to say, my mother used to kill the hens when they'd be 3 years old, and we ate a lot of old hens here. We were reared on boiled fowl, and that's gone out of fashion now nearly, I think.
Can you remember any old proverbs? Say as many as you can recall, please.
Oh, nothing, something like a stitch in time saves 9, and it's an ill wind that don't blow good for someone. Can't think of any more.
Any account of a connection between your local area and any episode of Irish history?
No, the only thing was the Battle of Tubradora, and I never heard about that until they put up the thing above in Boherlahan. I never heard of it, and I don't know where it was, what part of Tubradora it was in.
What changes in the area over the years have you noticed?
Nothing much. The same houses are there. Some of them occupied, some of them not, and I don't think there's any changes much at all.
Okay.
Only all the older people are dead, nearly everybody around.
Okay, thank you.
Right, Rachel.